When we are operating at higher frequencies and higher dimension, we are no longer playing the chaser and runner dynamics. The runner and chaser dynamics are for when you are operating in the third dimensional world, not operating from your multidimensional self, not operating from your expanded consciousness. Once you elevate, once we have our spiritual awakenings and we start evolving as conscious creators and we start emerging as these multidimensional beings, the runner and chaser dynamic should not be any longer for us. Now we're operating from a divine union. Whether you call it twin flame or not, that doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. I already met my twin flame some years ago. I've learned a lot about that. And soulmates, whatever, the name doesn't matter. In a higher level consciousness, you understand that a divine union will uplift you and bring it up into higher consciousness, and it will be the same with whomever it is. And you're operating not from lack, not from pain, not from suffering, not from toxic dynamics, not from what it's called the trauma bonding, but you're operating now from wholesomeness, from higher consciousness. You've learned to tap into your divinity, and only a partner that is at your same level of consciousness will resonate with you. You're no longer going to be attracted to the runner and chaser dynamic. You're no longer going to be attracted to people that are operating in those toxic patterns or into trauma bonding. They're no longer going to be attractive to you. Hi, my name is Myriam. I practiced yoga for 21 years, and that led me to a couple of spiritual, brutal awakenings. And now I coach about conscious manifestation and spiritual alchemy. So the runner and chaser dynamics, some coaches may be teaching you that, oh, you need to flip and stop being the chaser so that now you're going to be the runner, because somebody has to be the runner and somebody has to be the chaser. And if you're the chaser, then you cannot be the runner, and then you're never going to be chased, right? You get the gist. But that's not how it works, guys. If you're still thinking like that and operating from that, it still means there's lack. You want somebody to be obsessed with you. You want somebody to be chasing you out of ego. And in a high consciousness relationship, that doesn't work anymore. That dissolves. In a high consciousness dynamics, when it comes to romantic relationships or any relationship, it's just a mutual interchange of love and of energy, and people are not sucking energy from each other anymore. They don't need that external validation. They don't need that external approval anymore, because both parties are whole and complete. And to reach these states of consciousness, you have to work on yourself. You're going to notice that you're not going to resonate with people at lower vibrations. You're going to understand that they're on the path of evolution and they are where they need to be because that's their path, but that you no longer need to entertain those people or these realities, whether it's friendships or family, or in this case, romantic relationships. So in this higher consciousness relationship, both people have learned to tap into their own divinity and to get their energy from source directly. They don't need to be sucking energy from each other anymore. They're whole, they're complete. They've learned about self-love. They've learned about exactly who they are. They've learned about healthy communication and about healthy boundaries. So those dynamics of the chasing and runner are no longer needed. So if you want to experience these relationships at a higher consciousness level, you have to elevate yourself in these new realities that exist for you and that are waiting for you in higher levels of consciousness to experience people and circumstances that will be also at higher levels of consciousness. Because as you know, as a conscious creator, when you change within, your reality outside changes. And you also have to stop entertaining the realities where the chaser and the runner exist. because that is just going to keep your relationship in a very root chakra level instead of ascending your relationship into higher frequencies, into higher dimensions, which are connected to our chakra system. So all you have to do is focus on yourself, on your own evolution or your own expansion, and that by itself will begin to fade the people that are vibrating at lower frequencies from your reality, and will attract and bring in new people that are operating at higher levels of frequency, or they will shift to meet you up there.